Hey Jay, everybody! Welcome to our live chat. We look a little casual, a little exhausted, a little tattered this afternoon. It's not even morning.
Oh crap, I'm too tall.
I've been up and chipper
Peter is tall.
since 6 in the morning.
Well, Peter has to get off the couch.
This
now.
is me chipper.
Do you want to, can you just tilt the webcam up a little bit?
Yeah, or
And you're gonna have this big, ugly white space at the top, but I mean, that's okay.
That's our house. It's
I'm taking a
beautiful.
couple notes because some of you left questions for us today on Facebook, and I wanted to make sure that I recorded some of those down. So give me a second while we're waiting for Peter to correct the
Does
camera.
that work, or is that just back to where it started? I am off
Still
the
too tall.
screen.
Why don't we just
I'm not
push?
that tall.
You know what? Get
Peter
up.
is a
Stand
giant.
up. Stand up. Stand up.
Oh.
Let's do this. Now come back.
Wait.
Sit. Or
Give me
fall.
some tall.
There we go. Look, you're in. There. That's all it
This
took.
couch is bogus.
We can still read.
Ouch. Careful.
I got this.
Wow, Miss Bird, the problem solver here. Alright, so I think I've just about gotten all the questions off of here.
I'm not only crotchety, I solve problems.
Now my head. Now I'm only barely. I still look double the size of you.
Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to our December live chat. I'm distracted for just a teeny second while I get a couple of these down. Hi, you cat. You cat, you.
Ooh, are we busting out the Nuka-Cola?
I think so. You gotta position it
That's-
so they can see it.
that's
They probably
exciting.
can't see it at all.
They can't really see it. It
Well,
looks like Coke. Which it is, actually.
We pulled these from the set. Now, normally we start out by asking you guys to send us some questions. Today, I want to actually get some answers from you guys first. I want to get the first question in. And that is, have you guys watched Fallout, The Vaults of Fallout, which was our new musical for November? And if you did, what did you think of it? Because it's kind of different from a lot of the other songs we've done. And it's also based on the series Fallout, which is not exactly the kind of typical fare that we usually cover.
Mm-mm.
We do a lot of like lighthearted, cutesy
Not
stuff.
bad.
He says as everybody's like, what about FNAF? And I'm like, that rides that line really hard of being like,
It does
oh,
have some
lighthearted
lighthearted cutesiness. to
Oh,
it.
lighthearted and cutesy, and it's also like, oh, terrifying and evil. So yeah, tell us what you thought of Vaults of Fallout, the musical. Hopefully you liked it. We liked it, but I'm
I
curious to see
liked
what
the
you guys
song. I did not like the video.
thought. Were you gonna go type that in the comments?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
You
She'll
like the
take
song?
your
Did you say
computer.
you didn't like the video?
I didn't.
Why did you not like the
I
video?
felt it was sloppy.
Sloppy.
It was.
And it didn't show much of anything going on.
It didn't.
Kind of sad.
It also would have cost about 20 times more money and time to do
Hey,
it the way we should have.
I understand.
Yeah.
It was just it was a throwaway.
So that's
right?
why, everyone. That's why we.
Do you see this cat?
What cat?
That
All right.
cat.
What?
Oh,
In the box.
Oh, Big Kitty.
Hi, Big Kitty.
That's really cute.
His
I'm
girlfriend.
glad that you have joined us. Big
Yes, you
Kitty.
did see the FNAF door. Well played. I forget where it was. It was on AJ's set, I think, right?
Yes.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
so the Gary's. It's behind the
Mhm.
stack of boxes. That's where it is. Hold on, I got
Mark Fishbox says, meh, it was well made.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Marky Moo. I know you're not, sadly.
AJ.
No, I did that
do
with one of
you
the
say
commenters.
hey or hey Jay? I'm AJ.
I usually say, hey Jay, I'm AJ.
Also,
That
it's
is-
H-E-Y.
Yeah.
We actually do spell it H-E-Y, even though it's all about the A's, but...
Yeah.
Hey
Occasionally,
H-A-Y
I will drop it.
is
Like,
what horses eat.
in real life, I don't just walk around going like, hey Jay, I'm AJ. I'll do it at conventions.
I was gonna say, you do it sometimes
I
in
do
real
it.
life.
I do it at conventions because like those are like panels about like random encounters or YouTube or things like that.
Mhm.
So it's like if I'm like talking to people, I don't walk around just going like, "Hey Jay, I'm AJ" when I
Yeah.
answer the phone or things like that. I don't do it.
Wait, doesn't your message...
Voicemail say it.
Voicemail? Yeah.
It's possible.
I feel like your voicemail probably says, hey, Jay, I'm
I
AJ.
think I did just because I thought it was fun. I'm like, yeah, if people call me, I'll be consistent. But okay,
I'm
so
proud of
anyway,
his comments so far. Not too many of the things I hate.
Of the things I hate.
of the things I hate.
I redacted the sentence. That's
Good
the
job.
best I could do.
All right.
Good job.
Also, let us know if our audio is okay, or if we're somehow crazy.
They already did it.
Oh.
It's good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, perfect.
It's probably a little roomy right now because we don't have lavas or anything. But
I didn't see too many responses to my question. Did people answer? Or did they just
there was a
just don't
number
like
of
me?
yes, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
Blah, but
Alright.
nothing specifically like
Okay.
I loved the music.
Or
It was a
this
unique
thing
and
was-
unusual
yeah.
style.
Well, I did see a question regarding it a question from a question, so I'll go ahead and
But
dawn on that one.
Before you do, Steve West wants to know what Miss Bird is wearing on her head.
It's a hat.
It's an angry hat.
It's my
It's her
angry
angry
hat.
hat.
It's really cute and
It's the
angry.
personification of how I feel basically all the time.
If you were a hat, you'd be that hat.
Exactly.
The over sorting hat, the angry hats in town.
A little quiet. Oof.
Little quiet.
Oof.
You don't talk louder. This cat's like, please don't do
Sure,
that.
I'll talk louder too.
Everybody's like, please
Oh,
don't do
kidding, man. Yeah, it's
Every-
okay, there.
Everybody had their like headphones like all the way
The
up.
cat was like, "Why are you talking like?"
All right, so there was a
Stop.
question about the Vaults of Fallout
Big
musical
Kitty, you're so cute.
from Johannes, which was, how did you make the vault suits? Cat, as soon as I tried to do something, you're like,
Mechanic, jumpers, and duct tape.
Yep.
The end.
Which is funny because apparently AJ looked up yellow duct tape on
Yeah.
Amazon.com.
no, I looked up the vault suits.
Oh, you looked up.
I looked up the vault suits. I was like, okay, so we
Okay.
need blue jumpsuits. Let's order some blue jumpsuits. And it was immediately like, here are some recommended things based on what other people are buying with this item. It was like yellow duct tape and like vault logos and a whole bunch of like Fallout things. And I'm like, everyone's doing the same thing. No
Yeah.
one buys this like blue jumpsuit unless they're doing a vault suit out of it.
It's
At
funny.
least
And
right
the
now.
Nuka-Colas are actually from Fallout 3, not Fallout 4. If anybody noticed.
Are the Nuka-Colas and Fallout 4
These
different?
are actually from Coca-Cola.
Gotcha.
They're in rocket-shaped bottles instead.
Oh, cool. Nice. Aggressively pets cat.
So yeah, that is yellow duct tape.
Yeah.
The seams are yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow duct tape. We were like, well, they can kind of reflect.
Also, we
these
didn't
in.
make the jumpers in
True.
case people were all like,
Like I said, I went on Amazon. We ordered
Yeah.
those. So Amazon is great when you've got Prime shipping because literally up until a couple days before the musical,
You
you
can
can
be
order
looking for
something that you're like, oh no, we have an emergency, we forgot to buy whatever. You can go find it on Amazon
Yep.
and have it shipped to you within the next 2 days. And I'm like, that's great. You can think of something at the last second and go, the musical needs blah blah blah, and just get it at your doorstep the day before.
We are making a FNAF 4 thing. Look at the bottom of the screen for more information on that.
also Resident Enos on there too?
There's a little
Okay.
about our Resident Enos.
I was gonna say Resident Enos is like
Yeah.
we've been sharing some updates on Patreon.
Musical on Call of Duty. I told you. They want it. The
Hey,
people
no,
want
no,
it,
no,
man.
no, no. I watched the Game Awards the other
People
night.
want
Just a little bit. And Splatoon beat Call of Duty for Best Shooter. It also
So
beat
did.
Halo for Best Shooter. It beat Battlefront for Best Shooter. And it
Do you
beat
know
Destiny.
why? Do you know why I beat all those things for
Because it was the odd one out.
Exactly. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why. If it
But
didn't
it
exist,
doesn't-
guess what it won? Something normal.
But it doesn't matter because,
Yes,
you know
it
what?
does.
No.
Yes, it does.
It means that we have all the more reason to be making a Splatoon musical, actually.
Totally.
I
Right.
definitely want to do a Splatoon musical.
I'm
Maybe
with you.
someday
I'm
we'll
with
do
you
Call
on
of
Call of Duty. That
I've
would be so
never-
much more
Really?
fun to parody.
I've played Call of Duty like once
gonna say,
for
like-
5 minutes in my whole life.
I
be honest,
hate
I don't think
Call of
any of us
Duty
know anything.
so much that if it were funny, it would be the best thing on the internet.
I don't know anything about Call of Duty except for the fact that like I'm not interested in playing it
It's
generally.
basically shooty shooty bang bang. Everyone's dead. Woo!
No, I can play shooty shooty bang bang on a lot of games. So why would I play it on that specific one?
Also, how is Splatoon a shooter if they tout themselves as, oh, you don't kill people, you splatter things with paint. Oh, my bad.
Because
ink.
you shoot it at people
you
and
do, you
things.
do.
What about
like,
the paintbrush?
okay, fair. Although honestly, like when
Well,
the
shooters
game
have
first came
melee
out,
weapons.
when it first came out, everybody was using those paint rollers just to run around and paint the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does that anymore. Everybody's literally using like the jump and slash it around at people, so that you just drop a million gallons of paint on top of them. I die from rollers.
It's
so
really
much like
interesting to watch like games that are so much about multiplayer skill and how like the tactics evolve over time
Mm-hmm.
and like how tactics. It's not like everyone has different tactics. Everyone has the same tactics that are like slowly processed and and gleaned and like pinpointed into perfection. It's really cool. Sorry. Anyway,
So anyway, if you
cares.
guys have questions for us, do it just like Gamer Girl did, where you start with question in uppercase and then type your question after it.
So
And
you're
her
gonna read
question.
her comment then?
And Gamer Girl's question. Sorry, I was like trying to breathe in there.
Overrated.
Was whether or not we're gonna do a corpse party musical. Now you can basically fill in the blank of doing a blah 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 musical, any game, and the answer is maybe. Some games more so than others. For example, we've had a lot of people asking about Undertale, and we are actually working on something for Undertale right now.
Yeah.
That hopefully will be out before the end of the year. It's supposed. It better be.
Now, is this for real, or are we gonna change that?
But
Because there's been some talk
We
about
don't have
us
much
not
time.
doing it.
We don't have. Oh.
So are we doing it for
no,
really?
there hasn't been that talk.
Yes, there has been. I was in the
there was-
office.
No.
All
no.
right,
We
well,
were discussing.
Okay, did I
when-
misunderstand that?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay, sorry, I
We were
misunderstood
discussing
that.
when we were going to shoot it. We were also discussing how much energy to put into producing it.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yes.
Just-
because the thing is, it's getting made at the exact same time as we're finishing Resident Enos too.
Yep.
And if we have to put all of our, work into one thing or another, we feel kind of obliged to put it into the one that like Mark and Dodger carved out time to come back for, and like Maker helped finance and things like that. So it's like it feels a little like a slap in the face if we're like, hey, we're gonna abandon this to go work on Undertale. See ya. Especially because you guys have been waiting for like over a year now for
Yeah.
another Resident Enos video. So
I like
Man.
Courtney's question. How stressful is your job?
depends on the day.
I was gonna say it very much depends.
This
on
morning
the day.
it was kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Because we woke up, and I mean, you guys woke up before me, and there was
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of chaos going on, apparently.
Yeah. So like it really depends on the day. Some days are actually really laxed, which is awesome. And sometimes it's just like 3 weeks straight of intense work that like makes your brain explode.
Sometimes it's so lax that AJ comes down the stairs at 3 in the morning and goes, let's play Arkham Horror! Which
That
is
doesn't.
like,
No, usually I'm coming out of the office.
oh, the office,
Yes,
yes.
The Office.
Office.
Good call.
Yeah, usually if I go up to bed, I actually don't come back down. I try to make it my goal of don't like get up and go find something else to do until the next day.
Right.
So
So yeah, it really does depend. There's a lot of work that goes into this channel that you don't see necessarily. Ooh, a question. Can you guys do a week in the life of Random Encounters?
well, that would show you exactly how stressful it is.
Except that we wouldn't remember.
You
We'd have to-
you can kind of see that already if you subscribe to them on Patreon, sort of.
Yeah, except we're always late on that. We have another one we have to do actually.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done a Patreon report
Yeah.
this week, but yeah, we used to do more vloggy stuff, and people weren't that interested in watching it. It seemed like, which is why we gave it to the Patreon people. But seriously speaking, the people that support us on Patreon are clearly invested in everything that goes into what we make, and so it didn't seem weird to give them updates like every single week about it, even if they're late half the time, and sometimes it's like a lot of like, I don't know what we're doing right now, so. But yeah, a typical week for us, what does it go like? Sundays, I usually avoid working entirely.
And I usually try to get him to work.
So I'll go to church on Sundays, and then we'll play video games or something. We have Minecraft that we play with our Patreon people on Sunday afternoons. Mondays, I don't know, usually that's where we like pick up our slack a little bit.
Well, the thing is, we don't really operate on weeks.
No.
We operate on project.
Yeah, it
Like-
does tend to fluctuate.
Because we could be... If we shot a project in the middle of the week, our week is going to look totally different from if we
Monday
shot...
through Saturday, we film something maybe.
Exactly.
Or we write something maybe, or we edit something probably. Like,
I think the key is that every day, basically every day, we make sure that at least one of us, if not all three of us, have made some kind of concrete contribution to finishing a project or starting a new project. And I think that's kind of the litmus test I go by for whether we've had a successful day, is did anyone get anything done? And sometimes the answer is no, because it happens.
we got an entire whiteboard in there that we try to get through, and it's got things for basically all week long, all month long, all day long, and it's just however much we get done, so. Her angry hat is stretching down her face to the rest of it. It's possessing her. There was another question that we had. Oh, I know. There was one regarding Patreon. Somebody had asked if you need a credit card for Patreon. You can actually hook up a PayPal account to it now as well. And
Really?
PayPal, I believe, you can use straight from your bank account. At least mine is, I think. You can put a card on it or something, but I don't. I just use my bank account for that. So there's ways to do it, but you know what? You guys sharing our videos and stuff is very helpful too. So you don't have to donate to be helpful to Random Encounters.
Princess Rainbow Dash, even though you did not use the word question in front of your thing, I am going to mention that we are doing a Yandere Sim musical. We don't have an exact schedule or date for it yet. We have... Do we tell them the tentative casting confirmations?
Oh, well, we can say who's interested.
There are 2 people very interested in certain roles. Dodger and Nate Wants to Battle are both very interested in being in this video.
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna
if
be
you guys
amazing.
if you guys are interested in Yandere Simulator, that might become a really big project for us next year that you guys might.
We're trying to
enjoy.
figure out how to keep it in the vein of RE,
without
despite
being
its
too, like, gory
obvious
and-
violence and sexuality. But at the same time, it's like, how do you?
That's part of the challenge,
Exactly.
you know. Like,
It's easy.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that'll be a fun project next year for you guys when that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on? What else is going
Wow,
on?
that's a lot of questions all of a sudden.
I know. Will you ever do it? This is from Pink Shy. Will you ever do a Draw My Life for your channel? There's more to the question. I assume it was in that same vein or like other videos about that. Because we haven't done that, except Miss Bird did
I was
something.
gonna say,
Miss
was
Bird
that,
has done one
I
for
sure
our-
did.
Was that for our channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. What do they look for? Is it
Oh,
called
that
Draw
was
My
how
Life?
you met, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's how
Okay,
we met. Draw
nice.
My Life.
Yes. Okay, so if you want sort of a mid-RE history Draw My Life, one exists from Miss Bird's perspective. I don't know what I'm supposed to look for to find it even.
I think it's how we met.
Let's
if I
see
type that,
here.
will I find it? No, I get Mark's instead. Why do I get Mark's instead of yours?
Because he's part of your channel, no?
Yeah, the YouTube's like, I know what you're up to.
Also, there was a question a while back. Do you love
That
what
works.
There it is.
Oh,
If you Google's YouTube search Sparrow Draw My Life,
you'll get it at the top.
I feel like we should add a tag for Miss Bird or something because I can't believe you didn't come up when I typed Miss Bird.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yes. So you can see at least
I
how
think it's
Sparrow
because you
joined
tagged
the
my channel and not my
Oh,
nickname.
yeah.
My
Wow,
channel is Sparrow
I
Rain.
Could be.
I was like 30 pounds lighter in that.
Well, those are really old pictures.
I still look the same when you got him.
So anyway, we'll argue about our thumbnails and our videos another time. Other
So,
questions. that
Anyway,
Questions.
yeah, there was a question about whether we love what we do, and I found you guys don't have to answer it, but there was a really interesting moment the other day. I've been rather lackluster about being excited about Resident Evil 2, not because the video is bad. The video is actually really good, but just because it was a lot of work and I was getting tired and whatnot. And then I finally started doing the audio to it, and I was I told Sparrow, I can't believe it. I'm actually excited about this project again because I love doing audio
You love
so
sleepovers?
freaking much. Yes, I love sleepovers. I love doing audio so much that whenever I get to do audio, it just re-injects like excitement into whatever project I'm working on. So that was a really interesting moment for me, personally.
Brenda has a recommendation that we should do little sketches with Enos.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Although I feel like
So instead of
that's
just
basically what we
musical,
pitched,
you make
except they
an
have musicals.
An Enos thing every month.
I don't know. I did want to talk about. Thank you for reminding me. Our schedule changes a little bit. I officially stopped doing our Luigi's Mansion Let's Plays, my Luigi's Mansion Let's Plays on our gaming channel. So I don't think there's anything on Replayed at this point.
I will be hijacking it shortly because
So stick around if you want to see something.
it needs to still exist.
We haven't discussed what's going to be on it. Miss Bird is going to do something.
It's not because we're too lazy to do it. It's because you guys would rather watch music videos and stuff on our music channel. And there's, a limited amount that we can do every week. So after I realized that 100 of you care about watching a Let's Play and like thousands of you care about these other things, it's like, it's a bad use of priorities to say I'm going to stop and I'm going to grind out Let's Plays every week.
Right.
When people would rather I stop and grind out an extra song every month or something. So that's our goal for next year, starting basically with December, is to be doing 2 music videos every month instead. And probably they both can't be like giant like FNAF level projects, but one can be something like that.
I have
and one can be something
support
small.
from Matthias.
Of course
Yes.
you do.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be going forward. And we might still show up in Let's Plays for Miss Bird or something, but...
Ooh, that'd be a good start to a shirt release.
What?
Will you guys ever release a shirt of Enos saying where?
Where?
We've been wanting to actually jump ship off of Spreadshirt because their quality control is just not where we want it to be.
I had to return a bunch of shirts to them.
Redbubble,
I was
guys.
like, what are these?
Redbubble.
Redbubble is one of the potential contenders. I think it was between Redbubble and Spreadshirt last time. Anyway, the point is, it's pretty. I like that idea. A and B. We're going to hopefully be revamping our shirt sales soon.
Regarding Madster Cookies about Mark being in another song of any kind, I don't know. He's doing his own music stuff now, it seems like. So, which I think is great because he sounds good.
Read the scrolly thing.
I was gonna say we have a little bit of detail.
I think
at the
it's
bottom.
down here.
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
I got blow my nose. You guys find more questions.
Let's see here. Oh, Borderlands 2 musical.
Why two? Why not one and then two and then the prequel?
Maybe
like
Borderlands
in
2
order.
was their favorite song, their favorite game. I don't know.
But like,
Either way, we had an idea for Borderlands musical. I think we probably usurped its music already. Like sometimes
We did have a song that we stole for Octodad.
Yeah, I thought so.
was that the dub trap rap?
No.
No, those cooking songs.
Does the Octodad song sound like a dub trap rap?
Maybe it started out that way, and you're like, no, I'm gonna make an Octodad song now.
No, it was the
No.
cooking song, right?
I've still got some dub trap on my computer someplace.
We should use our new. I should use our new samples and make a dubstep
Probably.
song.
But I most recently was thinking about doing a Borderlands thing kind of in the same style as we talked about doing with Splatoon, where you focus on the side characters and not necessarily on the main characters. So we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe what?
I got questions here that I was supposed to answer too from Facebook.
Oh, sure.
So I'm gonna start here with one from Granger. Have you run into any celebrities? I'm assuming off of YouTube stuff.
Like, as in not talking about things like Felicia Day?
I stood next to
That counts, I guess.
Steve Bloom on the sidewalk during SakuraCon. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah, that
Okay.
counts.
I didn't know it at the time, but my friend was like freaking out next to me, and I had no idea why. And then we crossed the street. He went this way, and I went this way. And my friend was all like, "Dude, do you know who you just stood next to? Like literally next to?" And I'm like, "No, who?" He's like,
touched
"Steve
him.
Bloom." I'm like,
stole his
"Who's
powers."
that?" And so she started listing off all these things. I'm like, "Oh yeah, really? That's cool." And she's like, "How are you not freaking out right now?"
Okay.
Pretty much like that. That was my reaction. I'm all like,
It's pretty awesome.
so that happened.
So you were saying Felicia Day.
I just tracked her down and made it and set up a meeting, and we went into her office and talked about stuff.
I was rewriting some of the next year's facts of the days, and actually I had one about Felicia in there,
Nice.
relating to one of our songs. So
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad there's more facts.
Yeah.
Because I'm running out.
you'll never run out. There's always more facts. I had breakfast with Jack Black.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
We were on set of something, and like he was just there for the day. So I sat down for like breakfast with him. We were eating like pancakes together. So
Nice.
I did that.
Eating flapjacks with blackjack?
Exactly.
Jack Black.
Flapjacks with blackjack. That sounds like a terrible like YouTube series you could do. Where you just play blackjack
Wow.
and you eat
My dear
flapjacks.
Wow. It just came out a little reversed.
Either way, I like that.
Way.
So yeah, that happened. So those are some celebrities we worked with.
Yeah. Well, met.
Oh, I'm sorry.
With.
Fine.
That's the thing. Like AJ and I have been.
The line is getting blurrier.
Well,
and
AJ and I are
blurrier.
like in the industry, so meeting them isn't as often as potentially working with them or being on set while they're on. It's
And that's
we
one
crashed
reason-
Felicia Day's set once actually.
Yeah, we did that recently.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we hadn't seen her in forever. Actually, like I said, I'm not sure we hadn't seen her in forever because when we were at Kamikaze, someone looked suspiciously like her who came in and sat in the back.
Oh,
and I
right,
could
you
not
mentioned
stop
that,
being
yeah.
like, did Felicia Day just walk into our panel and sit down? And I was like, I mean, that's cool. And she got up and left a little prematurely, but I was like really uncertain whether to like say something or not until afterwards. So it was funny. Anyway, more questions. More questions.
I'm gonna add the fact that Undertale is happening.
Go ahead and do that because
To the
it's
little
such a
ticker.
popular game. Miss Bird has played Undertale, and I have played Undertale. And
I killed everybody.
and I spared everybody. So we had drastically different playthroughs. Now, I'm curious, what do you guys think we're going to do a musical based on? Will we do it on her run or on my run? Because if you played Undertale, you
Or
understand.
neither. That's an option too.
It's true. If you play Undertale, you can choose either kill all the monsters, spare all the monsters, or kind of in between. And so a lot of people have been going, what are you going to make the musical about? Because you can play this game incredibly different ways. And I'm excited to show you guys what we're actually going to come up with for
Would
it.
you like a butts pie?
A butts pie.
Is that what
I
we're
saved it
talking
until the
about, pie?
very end, and I was so glad I did. I was like, wow, this actually matters now. So, spoilers, save your butts pie.
I didn't know about this pie thing. Is that what everyone's talking about, pie in the...
No, they were asking us, that's a question.
Oh.
Somebody was using the cute little, like, emoji things.
Oh, okay.
Do you prefer, I think it was pie, cookies, or ice cream?
Probably ice cream. I don't know. It's hard to tell. They're all like
A good pie is worth a lot, but a good cookie is also worth a lot. And you can put good ice cream on it, so I prefer to blend them all together and make, like...
You don't like pie. Don't
I
like
like
these people.
that Hershey pie was amazing.
That doesn't count as a
Oh
pie.
my! Oh
How
my!
does that not count as a pie? It's called Hershey pie.
Just because it has a pie crust doesn't make it a pie.
Oh,
Where's the filling and where's the top?
Well, it has like cream top
And then
and
there's
chocolate
no
filling.
top at
So
all.
I reject your claim that Hershey
It's
pie
a
is not
cake
a
in a
pie.
pan.
No, cakes don't have crusts.
there
Ah!
was a fun question up above that I forgot.
You can scroll, idiot. It's here, or was here. It's not here anymore.
Oh, that one. First person pixels. Question, can you make a Fat Princess musical? I forgot that game existed until yesterday. I'm like, we should do a Fat Princess musical. Funny that somebody brought it up.
Oh, right. That reminded me of what the question that I
good.
saw was: will you do a Luigi's Mansion musical? Fun fact.
No.
Resident Evil 2 was it Resident
No,
Evil 2
Resident
or
Evil
1?
1.
Resident Evil 1 was supposed to be a Luigi's Mansion musical.
And then they were like, we'd rather you not use like licensed like property. So we're like, okay, let's change our idea.
Actually, they said we could use it as much as we wanted.
They wouldn't necessarily give us the potential to be included for running as like a future project. Then.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we have talked about doing a Luigi's Mansion musical, and I've got the music kind of already in mind for it because it blends the actual game theme with like a new direction, and I'm like, that would be cool. I like doing that with songs. We're doing that actually with Undertale. I don't want to talk more about it because in the future we'll probably do something else with Undertale where we do more original stuff that's not just like using some of their themes for it. But all right, so anyway. Other questions? I don't know why I'm looking down here when I can look up here.
Because you can scroll here. if you
How
wanna
old is
do-
Enos? Was the question. It doesn't get answered in any of the videos so far.
You
does it?
know, though.
I do.
Because like you can scroll.
I
and
am
stuff.
trying to remember whether or not we changed anything of that. I don't think we
I
did.
don't know. We haven't.
He's 604 years old.
Yeah.
Ignore me,
That's
it's
how old
fine.
Enos is.
Yeah, Enos is pretty old.
Okay, I'm done ignoring you. What did you want to say that you were babbling to yourself over
No,
here?
it's all good.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's.
Mer.
I answered a question for the audience.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's see here.
We already talked about Replayed and its future with the bird.
How long does it take to make a musical? We've answered this a couple times, but between 4 days and 4 months, typically.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, how long have we been working on Resident Evil too?
Well, that one that was a
was
special
going-
case because
Yeah.
usually we don't have to first do like behind the scenes business deals, and that took up like a good 2 months of time just doing the business of Resident Evil. So that kind of doesn't count, but kind of does. I guess we would have started in October, which means that releasing in December is like 2 months.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Fallout only took us like 2 weeks, maybe.
So pretty quick. I am actually not really pushing for a Mass Effect musical because there was a question.
we already have one.
It may be my favorite franchise, but also it's extremely difficult because everything is like there's like armor and crap like that, and it's rough. It's tough. I do have a sketch that I wanted to do a while back with visual effects about Mass Effect, but it's looking like that's not gonna be a thing. So, whatever, it happens. Looking for questions now.
Here.
See, that one's pizza or ice cream.
Flappy Bird musical.
I feel like we've talked about doing that.
Probably.
Scroll and stuff.
Scroll and stuff.
Scroll and stuff.
Well, I was gonna say I actually have a list of questions. over
Go! Waffles or pancakes? Small, not Belgian waffles.
there. I think I'd go with pancakes. I like pancakes. Waffles are really good though too, so I'd take either of them.
Bacon.
Ooh,
Nice.
getting crazy.
I actually love like bacon cheddar waffles. Those are delicious. Did you guys ever have a MySpace page? How embarrassing were they? I did have a MySpace page, and my ex-girlfriend's now husband threatened my life on it. So I left MySpace.
I had several MySpace pages. I was big into RP back then, so I had like 2,000 characters, and I
What's
had like
RP?
one
No.
for music and one for my writing, and I had my own personal
Wow.
MySpace.
Nice.
I was a MySpace whore. Can I say whore on channel? Because I just did it twice.
Well, I guess the answer is you physically can.
Apparently.
I don't think I ever had a MySpace, or if I did, it was like not used.
Yeah, you were.
You had
I
a
put
Friendster,
music-
didn't you?
Yeah, you were-
Zanga?
you were-
No, I Zanga.
Zanga.
You had a Zanga.
I was blogging a
A
lot.
mother.
Zanga
Yeah.
account.
You know what I did though? I did have a MySpace just for the music, and I uploaded the
Oh, okay.
video music that I've
Nice.
been working on. So I
Nice.
did use it just for that. But yeah, Zanga was like my jam for
Yeah.
Facebook.
What was the other one? Is GeoCities part of Zynga?
No.
No.
Okay. 'cause you
GeoCities
were-
is like literally a website.
Okay,
making
that was
stuff.
just a hosting.
It's like
Yeah.
Angel Fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It had a nice WYSIWYG editor and stuff like that.
Oh, WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
Oh my goodness.
The only kind of thing I can use is WYSIWYG. This was another Granger question related to that. What social media network do you connect to fans best on?
MySpace.
Other than YouTube, because I don't think that... I know
Yeah.
they tried to make that into kind of a social
Instagram,
network,
because
but-
I don't have to talk back.
Instagram
At
we
this
picked
point,
up on.
Instagram is more important than Facebook in a lot of ways.
I enjoy
That's
our
also
Instagram.
2000.
I know. It's crazy.
Ever since one of you delightful people got me an iPhone for my birthday earlier this year, I have enjoyed getting to snap little pictures of things, and like so our Instagram has gotten to be. And then Miss Bird was taking it over and did a really nice job of filling that up too. So
Yeah.
it used to be pictures of like textures that Peter thought were interesting.
Shut up.
Now it actually has like kind of
Now it's actually interesting.
it has real interesting things on it. Stuff that actually is
Miss
interesting.
Bird, would you save Peter or AJ?
Is that a question of would you save any of them or which one would you save? You have to interpret it.
I'd save AJ because I think I can pick him up easier.
Fair.
So I assume saving would require physical things, and I can definitely pick this guy up. So
Would you save me to eat second if you're gonna eat us?
Oh.
we don't talk about eating people. Remember last time what happened? No. They came home one day from work. No, they declared it. They was like, Miss Bird, we've decided something. And I said, oh, what is this? And he said, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, we've decided we're gonna eat you first. And I'm all like, I'd like to see you try.
And then she lived in fear for the next like 3 weeks that we were actually gonna sneak up and try to eat her in the night.
So that might have
I
happened.
slept with a knife under my pillow.
I feel like you already did that though.
I slept with it more
She had it more under her pillow.
until you took it away from me because I cut myself in the middle of the night.
Actually, this is
Accidentally.
it goes into a fun fact actually about Resident Enos 2, since we've been talking a lot about that today. One of the initial storylines that we actually pitched, I think, to Mark and Dodger first, and that they, I think, began the project assuming they were making, was a storyline where Mark and Enos kind of team up and they're afraid that Dodger's a cannibal and is going to eat them in their sleep. And so that was actually the initial storyline that we were going into production with. Was like, this is what they're going to do, and we didn't make that. So you're not going to see that in the new one. But it was one we talked about. We might do in the future if we do more of them.
Don't tell
Sorry,
Disney we
Peter.
said that.
I think Dodger was super into that idea. She liked the idea of being like, they don't trust me, they think I'm a psychopath, and like Mark and Enos are like huddled up in the middle of the night, afraid that she's gonna like wake up and attack them.
Pokey Triforce, I would not be the better choice because there's not more meat on me, there's just more fat, which makes me hard to move.
Makes
and
you
then
more flavorful.
Flavorful, sure, but not as nutritious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, fats can be good
I don't
for
know,
you.
man. Kobe
You
beef.
sounded like
is delicious.
just now.
Fats can be very good for
Delicious.
So all
but,
we'd have
like,
to do is massage you before we kill you,
Oh, okay.
and then like it'll be marbleized and it would be delicious.
You know, I could even get behind that. I'll take a
This
good
is sounding
massage any
disturbing,
day.
actually. It's making me hungry, but I don't think in a good way.
I think out of the three of us, AJ has the most meat.
Yes, I
on
agree.
him.
Meat.
Real meat, like sustenance. You
Yeah.
know?
It's because I eat the most meat, isn't it? You are what you eat.
Probably.
That's
All those vegetables are really going to my stomach, man.
Turn it into a vegetable, man. A vegetable.
A
man.
vegetable man.
That's right. That's.
Do you like Harry Potter? Yes, we do.
I've even thought about the fact that maybe we should do like a song for Harry Potter, but I'm like,
But-
there's an entire group of people that do that already.
True. But Miss Bird, what Harry Potter do you like? The books. Never mind. Miss Bird didn't like the movies. She likes the books, not the movies.
I don't like the movies. I felt they were a poor interpretation and adaptation of the books.
That's
I
what
didn't read
was.
the book.
I was trying to get your opinions on things.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. There's like there's
You
Harry
done-
Potter the
you done
musical,
good, you done
Harry
good.
Potter the stage play,
There's the
Harry
Puppet
Potter.
Pals.
You know, there's
Yeah.
so many Harry
I
Potters
didn't
out
get
there.
that.
I was all like,
I've never understood the Puppet Pals ones.
I was only talking about.
I'm like,
real
why are they doing
canon.
it? I don't get it.
Is that the Severus Snape?
why do they do
Yeah.
that thing?
I don't understand why this exists.
Because it's
Why
funny.
does your channel exist?
Exactly.
I don't know. Like it didn't seem like it made any sense. Like okay, I don't remember. Maybe
Your channel doesn't make sense either.
I think it makes more sense usually. I don't know. I'll go back and watch it sometime. It's
Beautiful.
Question: would you do a Random Encounters video game? I added the S even though you didn't because we have an S and Random Encounter is a band on the East Coast.
And we
I'm
probably
sorry.
get
You
sued
have
or
an
something.
ass?
S.
Ness?
S. Random encounters.
Oh. Sorry.
It's
Okay.
a plural thing.
Got it. All right.
There is a
Anyway.
random encounter music group that you can go find on YouTube that does video game stuff that is not us.
That
And we've
also
worked with
has
them.
a backwards R and then a normal E.
They're very cool. We worked with them on our flagpole song, so you can go find their music
Yes.
on our channel even. But
Anyway, point is, we're not gonna make a Random Encounters video game, but we might make video games. Like
we've discussed a couple of them.
we have. I'm starting to receive the training courses that I bought a while
okay.
back.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited.
So maybe Peter could program us a cool game or two.
Maybe.
We've talked about doing one for the beard.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys would like a video game about the beard. And that's the thing is like I see all these like YouTubers like making like apps and games and stuff now. I'm getting jealous, but I'm like, but ours wouldn't be like, oh, Peter Adventured 4000 or like AJ Quest. It'd be like it'd be a beard video game and you play as the beard and do stuff as the beard.
Well, the first thing I would make is something that would actually make money.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Will you
We have a
guys be
couple
working
ideas.
on making storyline musicals similar to the
Super Monkey Ball musical. I read that because left field Super Monkey Ball musical.
I mean, most of the time, well, FNAF, Resident Evil,
FNAF.
both of those are.
Smash Brotherhood hypothetically could have been, could be. Yeah, we
Could
got
have
a
been.
couple. We got a couple.
One day, man. I want to do
feel like
something.
there-
more.
I feel like there was another one or two that I recently was. Oh, TF2 we've kind of talked about is sort of a series.
That's becoming
but-
a series
Yeah,
now.
but nothing as much as Monkey Ball. That's still
Yeah,
the only one
yeah.
that one video on our channel literally has multiple songs
Uh-huh.
throughout it. So no, we did talk about. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna I think commit to it now. When FNAF is done, you will be able to watch all of it.
Oh, yes.
Straight through in order in one video. So that will be the second, I think, unless we make something before then, the second video game series that ends up with a long one with story in between several songs in it. So we will be releasing something like that at some
Yeah.
point.
Noah's World. Question: will Dave return for Resident Evil 2?
No,
Will he be a zombie? Blah blah blah.
no.
He's not in Resident Evil 2. That said, Resident Evil 2 is a pitch directly to Disney, who's going to be looking at the project and considering whether they want to do anything with it. And we do have a wonderful storyline for the first season that involves our friend
Yeah.
Dave.
So maybe you'll get more Dave in the future.
I thought his
Maybe.
name is David.
Dave.
Because Dave is the
She
other guy.
says she says Dave. She says, "See ya, Dave. Sorry you're still dead." And she walks out.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. It would have been more weird, I think. She'd be like, "See ya, David. Sorry you're still..." Like, why are we on this formal first name thing when he's dead?
Yeah.
The other reason why is because we have a Dave that we work with and a David that we work with, and
Oh.
we separate them by Dave and David.
Oh.
So Dave was like,
Yeah.
Dave Bloom was not in this musical. What are you talking about? It was David King. That's why
The
my mind
character
went.
so far, I think, has only been called Dave.
Got it. Okay,
So-
that's all. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wait.
But that's fair. Yeah,
Right.
I don't tend to be like, "Oh, Dave King."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It's
tend
David
to.
King
Yeah.
and Dave Bloom.
Yeah. But we have that problem with Nates now as well. There's a couple Nates that we work with. Like Nate wants to battle.
I call him Battlesmith. I
Who
call
we
your
call
Nate Nate.
battlesmiths. Yeah, and then my friend Nate that hopefully will be joining us at some point, like the next year or something.
And when he does, I leave.
Oh.
I go away.
That's a new change.
Indeed.
I got a question for you guys again. This is one from Granger again, and I think it's better served to everybody out there, but we'll answer it too, I guess.
Okay.
She said punch pass your partner, which
What?
what did we decide that means?
Hit, kill, or marry. That's what it is in America.
Oh.
Really? Pash sounds like passion though. Like, who do you have passion for? Alright, so hit, kill, or marry. And the characters she gave us were the Beard, Captain Falcon, and Clefairy.
So are we supposed to answer all
Which
three
of
of
the-
those
yes.
questions for all three of those characters?
Yes. Well, you say which of those three you would punch, which of those
Oh.
three you would kill, and which of those
Oh.
three you would marry.
Okay.
Captain
said-
Falcon punch.
She said it was a very important question. so-
Gotcha.
Kill Clefairy, marry the beard.
Alright.
Punch the Beard, kill Clefairy, marry Captain Falcon.
So if everybody will kill Clefairy, I'll marry Clefairy.
You're marrying yourself?
Yes.
That's freaking creepy.
I'm married to myself. I've married Clefairy.
It rhymes.
Ooh, man.
Marry Clefairy.
I suppose I would kill Captain Falcon because if I punched Captain Falcon, I think he'd kill me.
Probably.
But because it says you can choose to kill,
Yeah.
I'm assuming if I kill Captain Falcon, he can't kill me
stays
back.
dead,
You just
right.
took out a death note and wrote his name.
Exactly.
So I'd probably punch the Beard because the Beard I'm not sure would attack you back or anything. But I think if I hit Captain Falcon, I would suffer for it.
Fair enough.
So I think those are mine. All right, I see. Hit the Beard.
I would marry
kill
Captain
Clefairy,
Falcon
marry Captain Falcon.
I mean, Captain Falcon's rich. He may be dumb, but he's rich.
He is rich. He's very famous and very successful.
In money you can't spend on Earth.
Everybody
Well,
is.
you know.
Giggity Guy points out. I'm not sure if you can kill the Beard. Actually,
It'd be so fun to punch Captain Falcon.
And that's
though.
why I figured I would punch the Beard, because I can't kill him, so I might as well punch him. Because he'll just be like, ooh, and then run away.
Marry
and-
Captain Falcon, punch Clefairy,
Be
kill
like,
the Beard. It's
Falcon,
brutally honest.
punch! And like you do it right back to him, and then it'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Lovely.
So anyway, that was a very important question. She didn't answer it herself, so we'll have to find out what she thought.
Who would die first in the zombie apocalypse?
Peter.
The people who are becoming zombies.
It would be
Would die
Peter.
first.
Of the three of us,
the
Peter.
three of us, because he's already gone on record to announce his intentions to join the zombies. So, I mean, hypothetically, if you start acting like one of them, maybe they wouldn't actually eat you. Maybe they just let you.
they can smell life.
Okay.
Yeah, most zombies can smell that you're
Why
alive.
don't you just rub yourself in entrails like in Walking Dead?
You can do that sometimes. That's true.
Wait, what?
In The Walking Dead, you can, if you like drape yourself with like entrails and stuff.
You smell dead.
Yeah,
so-
you smell dead, so they don't really
Okay.
notice you and they don't eat you.
I thought you said like tear out your entrails. I'm like, and people survive just like draping half their organs out and go, "Bleh, I'm pretending to be
Spoilers,
dead."
there was a horrifying scene where people were like sneaking around with entrails all over them, and it started to rain. And they were like, oh crap. Because it washed away their scent, and then they got assaulted.
Oh,
Guys,
It was
that's pretty
bad.
bad.
guys, there's a YouTube person with the name Miss Bird Fan Club.
Wow.
They want to marry me.
Well, that's
Outstanding.
that's
we,
exciting.
we will protect you, Miss Bird. We will
All
protect
right,
you.
cool. I've never had a fan club before.
They're scary.
This
it's
is
okay.
weird.
It's okay. I'm here now.
Okay.
Really important question. It's really important. It's got a lot of asterisks before it.
Oh,
Have you
wow.
ever thought about doing a musical with Syndigo? Well, Matt and Ryan.
I mean-
who I think are now called, what is it, Kids with Problems? I think that's what they call themselves now.
Well, we
I think
were
it's Matt's
supposed to,
channel
but
that
then
Ryan
something
moved to.
happened. I'm sure you can connect the dots.
Well,
They were actually
they were going to
going
be, they were talking about being involved with FNAF at some
Yeah.
point. Or at least Mark talked about having all of us involved together on FNAF.
So at this point, who knows?
I was gonna say, I almost feel like the dynamic has been that Mark is working with them on music, and that's part of the reason I'm not sure that he's working with us on music at this
Right.
point. So for us to go work with them would be awesome. However, I don't know how Mark falls in that, at that point because he's supposed to be doing music and was using their help. So we've got this weird, we'll call it a YouTube love triangle of musicians that
Wow.
would all go really great together, but it's hard to
Aw.
coordinate when everybody's got separate projects that are all trying to kind of do for their channels as well as other people's channels. So I don't know. It'd be really fun to do. Fun fact though, if you go to Mark's channel, watch How to Beat a Monkey at Chess. Technically speaking, you can see Mark and Daniel in that one at the very end. Spoilers. They're at the very end. They don't sing in it though, so it'd be cool to do something in the future with Ryan and Matt and get them to do some like singing things or something.
There's a bunch of talk right now about Smash Brotherhood. Part of the reason we haven't hit Smash Brotherhood as hard as we could have, especially like recently, is just because we haven't been doing a lot of Nintendo products. So obviously Smash Brotherhood ends up appearing at the end of a lot of Smash stuff, like Smash related.
Because most Nintendo characters
musicals,
at this point linked to Smash Bros.
But we haven't if you think about the stuff we've done this year, we haven't done much Nintendo.
Yeah, it's true.
So-
That said, now they're going to be pointing out like, oh, it doesn't even have to be anymore. If you do a Final Fantasy thing, Snake has to show up. If you do a Street Fighter thing, Snake has to show up.
There are limits.
It's becoming excessive.
We are choosing, I think, for the most part, to
Snake
deny.
doesn't have to show up in those instances because he doesn't show up in the recent Smash Brotherhoods. I mean, recent Smash Brothers. So why would he show up? He wouldn't
Well,
because he's not there.
I mean, I feel like opening us up to the canon of the current Smash Brotherhood is just Smash Brothers games is just really dangerous. So I honestly, we haven't talked about this recently, but it feels like they're just adding so much into Smash Bros. 4 Wii U.
You said for Wii U. It's
know.
okay. You can do that.
They're adding so much and from so many different places that it feels like it's almost watering it down.
It's gotten too big.
Yeah.
It's bloated, and I'm not sure we can do all the characters anymore. There was a time where it was going to be a stretch to put, like, Ness in and stuff. Like, oh, man, we're getting edgy. We're going to include, like, all the people from the original Smash Brothers.
Right.
And now it's like, now people are going, when's Mega Man going to be in? When's, it's like, oh, man. The roster got huge.
So we're gonna pare
characters.
it down and pick and choose what we want to include and stuff. Also, a few people actually don't know what Smash Brotherhood is on here because they're new.
Yeah.
Which means they haven't ever seen it.
When's
True.
FNAF 4 coming out?
If you look at our musicals playlist, which should be in the, I think, is it in the description? Whoa, what? I still haven't.
No.
Yeah.
Our gaming channel.
I need to
is
fix
not
that.
using it.
Okay, so anyway, if you go to our channel, you can find a bunch of musicals about Nintendo products, and at the end of a lot of them, you'll find like a little after credits sequence that kind of teases a show that we're creating, and then you can Google Random Encounters Smash Brotherhood and find an actual first episode that we produced.
Yeah.
So check that out. It's really cool. It's about the Smash Ball and Solid Snake.
All right, Nate Caraway. I got to answer his question.
Sure.
I want to know if we're going to do a special Random Encounters musical about Random Encounters someday.
I hope not.
We've gotten that also about like YouTubers, and I was just thinking about Encounterers, like
You've
doing.
also gotten it from me. I've asked you about it.
Okay, I think I'd be willing to say that if we ever get 1 million subscribers,
Okay, fair.
as a special video for that, finally doing a Random Encounters musical actually might be fun to do. And at that point, we'll know we're big enough. We've had enough like either disasters or like special like activities or people or
You're gonna
events
be
or
like
something.
50.
I hope not. I don't want to like get our 1 million subscriber when I'm 50. That would be terrible. I don't think I'm gonna be 50. Not at the rate that we
All right,
grow
49.
at this point, but I
Lucas.
would be old.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Lucas, we will be making another TF2 musical soon-ish.
I was gonna say we talked about doing it already.
Yeah, basically almost every month that we're like, what should we do? One of the first things that comes to mind is let's go to TF2 again. So it's gonna happen pretty soon.
Yeah. Obviously, there's enough characters left that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Cetus Lupidus, yes, I like rice. Thank you for asking. We're done with that question now. Moving on.
Miss Bird did mention FNAF Night 4 and when it's coming out, and I think we've mentioned repeatedly that January is where we're going to reopen that can of worms and start filming again.
Don't take that at face value though, because things might change.
Things do change.
so
I know that we told you that
I'm
we were
tired
doing
of
it in
waiting,
November
though.
and so on and so forth. But
I'm tired of waiting, so that's the deadline that I basically have been setting for at least myself, is saying we have to make a decision in January whether we film or if we have somebody scheduled.
What,
And if
really?
we don't have somebody scheduled, then we film, with whoever we've got available.
yeah.
So if that's me and a bunch of puppets, then okay, it's time to maybe do it. So, But, we'll be sure to let you guys know exactly what we know about FNAF if we know something more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But next year, maybe, at the beginning of the year, you'll have an update.
So when is Enos 2 coming out then?
That,
It's on the scrolly thing.
was
So
gonna
is
say.
FNAF 4, but no one
Is
is
it
paying
though?
attention.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is. It
Yes.
is.
it specifically says we film in January?
What? Oh no.
That's why I said it.
Okay, the FNAF 4 thing says probably January or something like that.
All right.
Actually, I think it says is scheduled for January,
All right.
which
That was the important thing I was trying to hit, is that we actually have some sort of a plan and aren't just going, I don't know, because
Right.
we've been doing that with Smash Brotherhood for years.
Right.
And I want them to know this is not a Smash Brotherhood thing where we're like in the ether about it. It's like there's a deadline because we have to move on with our lives. So, move on with our lives is a weird way of talking about it. But in case you guys don't know, we have a FNAF set that's been sitting in our house
yeah,
since
taking up
June.
a giant room.
It's literally been there since June. And I'm like, it's time for us to have half of our house back.
Yeah.
So we have to make some decisions
Little
about whether we're
cat.
finishing the series.
Aw.
Well, we're
My
finishing the
baby
series.
cat was being adorable.
I
so
know,
I had to
right?
go get him.
Oh, look how cute.
I really wanted to get him, but then I just didn't. So you got him. Good.
All right, only two of us can answer Emmy's question, but we'll go ahead and answer it so you don't get banned for spamming. Favorite Undertale
Who's
character?
banning her for spamming?
Nobody.
Exactly.
But it's possible that the like chat
Oh.
recognizes if you go too much or something. Do you have a favorite Undertale character?
Kara.
Kara? Okay. You would say that, wouldn't you? I do like Flowey. I think he's creepy.
I've been working, so I don't know about Undertale because I haven't played it. Oh.
Do the Temmies count?
Oh yeah, Temmies do count. And
Because
Temmies
I
are
like
pretty,
them too.
I was gonna say Temmies are pretty excellent. I like Sans and Papyrus. I like them all. They're all really well made. Every character basically is really good. If you haven't played Undertale, go play it. It's excellent.
What? You don't like
Apparently.
Toriel?
She's okay.
You're a heathen. Oh my god.
She's
He was
okay.
just the best. Oh my god.
I liked the music.
I'm kidding. I think.
You think you're kidding?
No, we're
But
not
you're
gonna make a video of us reading fan fiction. Sorry.
Yeah.
Very uninterested in fan fiction
You're gonna stay
and
away
all
from
the
that.
horrible things that come with it.
I'll read Pottermore.
Let's
That's sort of
see.
Is your
fan
Christmas
fiction.
tree, asks Brenna, filled with video game ornaments?
We don't have a Christmas tree.
Not yet because we're gonna
Miss
buy one this year.
Bird is insisting on going out and getting a legit
His
Christmas
parents
tree.
are gonna be here, okay? Like, I
my
don't want to
parents
put
are-
up this stupid little Charlie Brown bullshit tree. Sorry, I couldn't figure out the word to say. It looks so decrepit and sad. I want a nice, beautiful Christmas tree that smells good. And yes, it's gonna fall apart and be sappy and gross and blah blah blah, but it's gonna look nice for like those 2 weeks, and it's gonna be great.
You should know something about my family's history of Christmas trees too.
Uh-oh.
Not only were they all real, they were all shabby Charlie Brown trees.
Well, we're not gonna have a shabby Charlie Brown tree.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
We're gonna buy.
Because like
Right,
they were our
right.
own trees, and we would like have like one side that was barely like grown out at all, and we put that against the wall, and then the nice side would stick out.
Did you like go to a freaking hill somewhere and just cut down a tree and
It was
drag
our
it?
hill, and yes, we
yeah,
did.
that's why your trees suck.
As a matter of fact. I had another question on here I want to get to, because this is an interesting one to me. Granger again had asked, are we ever going to do some sort of a contest for fans to get to make their own content and submit it for us? Like songs or like
Already did
parodies?
that. We did the beard thing.
That was a while ago, and a lot of them probably don't remember it.
No.
Or
We
it was
also
Granger.
held a poll to figure out which musical they wanted made, and what happened.
That
to
was
that?
an even longer time ago. So far, you're only coming up with things that are at least a couple years
Because
old.
you don't do these things very often. I guess the most recent thing would be like the FNAF fan art, but that doesn't count because it's
True,
not a contest.
it wasn't a contest really. So in the future, I'd be interested to do like a submit a song, or like if we give you guys a track and let you guys do like either covers of it or write your own lyrics or something. I think that could be really fun sometime. So maybe in the future we'll do a little contest like that. Depends on if you guys are interested. So let us know if that sounds like something that would be fun for you.
He's so cute.
He
I
is
love
extremely
this cat.
cute.
I love you.
He's also shedding little hairs everywhere.
Um,
You're my favorite cat ever.
let's see here.
Any other questions?
Yes. But
I see Nate's again. Consideration about making a musical about the Encounterers who join. I don't think so.
no.
Generally speaking, we're trying to keep it. If we're gonna spend time on a musical, I want to make sure it's something that most of the world gets, which is why even small small games that are a little too obscure, we tend to not do. So even something like Yandere Simulator is like questionable. It's like some people in the mainstream of gaming won't even understand that game. I think it's trending enough with the groups that watch our channel to make sense.
Right.
But that's why we're also not doing a Random Encounters musical. Because like, people don't care about Random Encounters. They care about the things we make because they're based on Mario or Zelda or things like that. And that's where everybody's like, where's the Mario musical? You said you make things based on Mario. Oops.
We did make one. It was the Yoshi song. Don't let me go. Mario did
It's a million
Rise of
ways to
Stupid-
die inside a Bowser castle.
That's not
yeah.
about Mario. That's
I
about
know, that's
Bowser's
true.
Castle.
But you see Mario in like every shot of it.
There was also a question about whether we're going to ever do something like the Phantom of the Opera, where we combine a musical and our stuff.
That's what Undertale
We're
is
doing
going to
that
be.
right now. Every Christmas we do that with a Christmas song.
Well, they were talking about musicals, not.
Okay.
Yeah, they were talking about like Broadway shows, I think.
Oh, okay, so like an actual musical.
And short answer for that is probably not. We ran into enough legal issues
We did.
that we're probably
Yeah.
not going to do that again.
Yeah.
Peter, I was so
Stage
pissed.
shows are kind of touchy
Oh
about
no! Why were you
There's
pissed?
a thing circling the internet right now, and it's an a cappella version of Phantom of the Opera, and I know you wanted to do it at one point in time, and I was so mad that they're like getting circulated and it doesn't look like they're getting shut down or anything, so I'm like mad that yours doesn't exist.
Well, the problem is I went through the right channels and actually asked the people what it would take to be allowed to do that, and so I got shut down.
All right, question.
You
I
are not
missed it.
rewarded for doing the right thing in life.
I missed it. I had to answer faster.
My kitty's name is Gotham.
Mr. Butterkex wants to know who your favorite class is in Team Fortress 2.
Interesting.
Medic.
Like the one that sings the song?
No. He's
You're
dumb.
not a battle medic like that?
I'm a battle medic, but he's dumb. He gets shot.
Oh.
I've been playing the soldier
And
a
you
lot, but I
don't.
really like Demo Man. I'm not great with Demo Man
Black
yet.
Scotch Cyclops!
I'm not
That
great.
was a great Black Scott. You should voice him. Are you gonna do the Demo Man's voice in the musical?
I think people would
Wow.
hate you forever.
You have desecrated this character indefinitely.
Was that a girl?
It's pretty magical.
I'm very bad with his grenades, but I like
Yeah.
his sticky bombs a lot.
Kaboom!
And
I like the scout, but he's really flimsy.
Yeah, he is.
So
And I love the Islander. That's great.
I think the engineer is maybe my favorite. We've talked about doing an engineer song sometime soon too. So
Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines.
I would like the scout better if I didn't die as much playing him, I think. That's why I like the engineer, is I feel like I can be more successful just doing my thing. Scouts are like, I'm not usually successful unless my thing is just run around and distract people. Because I'm not good at doing anything else with him. Let's see, we're at 1 o'clock. We start a little bit late, so let's take maybe a couple more and then we'll call it for the,
Okay.
for the day.
No, you cannot have our cat. There's a couple more.
That's one question.
No, I found him in a gutter and I raised him, and now he's my cat and he loves me. I cannot part with him or I'll die.
Oh, Cat Griffin wants us to end sooner. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us so much. We're going to leave now. Oh.
Sweet. I,
I was waiting for a reaction. Nobody gave me a reaction at all.
I'm okay with ending.
I
That
thought-
means there's food. I like food.
I
Let's
just
go eat.
assumed you were serious. I wasn't sure why.
Well,
you were
usually I
doing
don't
that,
let
but-
I don't usually let the people in the chat dictate like when we
Right.
start and end. The
Right.
thing.
I was
But
so
I thought it'd be funny because I'm like, well, when Kat says it, she's kind of like,
I was really confused and like, okay, well,
Kat's been
whatever.
here so long. I'm like, well, maybe we should let Kat just
Bye.
call it. Kat will just end it now.
You
Amazing.
wanna leave?
Let's do like one last question. then
This
we'll
cat is ending.
He's got an end. Right here.
It's
Bye.
Oh, Mr. Gotham. Oh, you're gonna take that bottle
I
cap, are
love you so much.
oh my.
Yes, by the way, before we forget, happy holidays to all of you guys. Thank you so much for your support of Random Encounters all year long. And we're excited to have 2 musicals coming up here in December. And I think they're going to be good. So...
Wait, 2? I don't know about
2.
this.
Well, we'll see. One of them is Resident Enos might get delayed until the beginning of January instead. I'm not sure yet.
That's all up to Disney.
Yeah, it'll depend on the approvals.
Well, Disney and YouTube technically. It won't be our fault if it's not up this December.
All right, do you want to answer Giggity Guys here?
What?
What is the biggest title video game you are considering making?
I'm sorry, what?
What is the biggest titled video game that you're considering making into a musical? As in, what I think is the biggest release.
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright.
No, hear me out. We think about making it, and then we don't. So it's the biggest musical we think about making.
Fair. Well, I don't know. Smash Brothers is pretty big.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
fair.
Well, I was gonna say, like at this point, we're doing a lot of, I think,
That
pretty
there's
big
some
ones.
that already exist though. So
Fair.
I don't know if that
Okay,
counts.
that's
though.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Team Fortress 2 might be honestly.
But we're like, if we're going by Sparrow's thing, it already exists. Too.
Yeah, true. Thinking about making. Actually, okay, so we've had one idea for a musical that has many series in it that's not Smash Brothers. That is someone that we're thinking about as well. So there's that too. It's one that you basically take all of the toughest video game characters and you make an Expendables style musical about them. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but someday we might make that one. And we've been thinking about doing that one for like a year or so as well. So yeah, if I look at the board, give me one quick second. Let me see if I'm missing something.
All right.
Sweet.
Star Fox.
My ass fell asleep because I've been sitting on that bar. My
Yeah.
freaking tailbone is
it's
off.
rough.
This couch sucks. If you want to like buy us a Christmas present, buy us a new couch.
Wow. Turn around.
All right.
Oh.
I think the biggest one that we've been thinking about making is League of Legends.
Fair. That's
I
a
looked
good
at
point.
the board and I'm like,
That's
League
a
of
good
Legends
point.
has been sitting
Yeah.
on there forever.
Yeah.
So maybe next year you'll get a League of Legends.
This
musical.
cat. Hi.
He's like, I'm just gonna sit with my back to the audience. Hey, I think we're all done. So thank you guys for your questions. If we didn't get to your questions, I'm sorry about it. We had kind of limited time today, but if you want, you can always ask us questions on our Facebook page or on our Twitter. I like halfway jumbled all that together. Facebook, Twitter, what else are we on? Instagram. Yeah, follow us on any of those things. We try to be pretty responsive with you guys. Yeah, that's what's going on. So again, thanks so much for joining us, and I think that's it. I think that's all. I think
Cool.
we're gonna beard salute and stuff. So.
Awesome.
Are we gonna eat food?
And then we'll get some food. We can do that too. We got Patreon report to do. Go support us on Patreon if you are able to and are interested in doing that, because we have little perks we do every single week with people there.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Beard salute, everybody. AJ. Woo! Woo! He's like, oh, it's coming at me. Woo! I'm gonna come get you, cat. Bye.
Rawr.
Wow. Owie. I'm dying now.
I was trying to hit your side.
I'm dying.
And